fucktards, and welcome back to the Magick Kool-Aid News Network. You're probably wondering who's next, or actually you're probably not because I'm sure you saw the thumbnail before you clicked this video. But I'm gonna tell you anyway, it's Infinite Waters. Diving deep, man! And we covered this guy a while back. At the time, I did not know much about Teal Swan, and I definitely had no idea this guy was her friend. But they've apparently appeared in videos together. Let's just take a look at his channel real quick. 10 signs you're shy and don't know it. Okay, that's a video everybody was asking for. You know, there's a lot of people out there who think like, am I shy? I just don't know. If only there was a video from some hack on YouTube that would let me know for sure. Well, now one exists, okay? This little video will inspire you instantly. How to handle insecure people in relationships. This little video will turn you upside down. This little video, how to, 10 signs, 10 secrets, how to, the power of words, how to. They're feeding of your brilliance, you mean off? 10 traits of an empath. That's the one we're going to watch because I've told you all before, empath is code word for malignant narcissist. Okay, so I want to watch this video, 10 traits of a malignant narcissist, how to know if you're a malignant narcissist. But let's look at the next video. You say this animal is my friend. I don't. And there's a picture of a lady with a dog. You don't like dogs? What the fuck is wrong with you? How can people think you're so cool and peaceful and you hate dogs? The kindest animal on the planet. Dogs are better than you, okay? And also, we did mention in my last video with Princess Pluto about the projection, the messages to yourself thing. These are messages to himself. They're feeding off your brilliance, watch out. That's a message to himself. They're intimidated by your greatness, watch out. That's another message to himself, okay? He's talking to himself. And also, marijuana. What a shock to see a video with him and marijuana together. All right, let's continue. 10 traits of a malignant narcissist. How to know if you're a malignant narcissist. With Deep Diving.
Peace. Infinite waters. Dive deep once again. We are out here,
Don't
baby.
dive too deep or you'll drown.
Wind is like fanning us right now. Woo. Breathing in that good ass prana.
Okay, you're not breathing in prana, dummy. You can't breathe in prana. You can breathe in oxygen, but you're not breathing in prana. In fact, prana doesn't exist.
How to know if you are a highly
narcissist.
sensitive person, an empath. What are some of the habits, some of the traits? Look, we just got 650,000 subscribers, and I'm sure a lot of them are empaths.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of them are. I bet the vast majority of them are.
Even had breakfast yet? Can I get a hello?
No!
There. Much love to all the deep divers out there. That's the question that came in. So let me dive into it. As a psychologist, as a counselor, but more so as an infinite.
This guy's a psychologist. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to see some proof, okay? Are you just declaring yourself a psychologist? I mean, I have a hard time believing that a dude who talks about good-ass prana is a fucking psychologist. A dude who believes that there are actual people called empaths. Sorry, that's a psychological disorder. So if you think that's real, it's like saying, I'm a psychologist, and by the way, schizophrenics are not crazy, they just hear spirits from the fourth dimension. Ugh! Ugh! You're awful!
In it being, let me share with you what's helped me along my journey.
Let's
now,
do it.
I'm an empath. Okay, what is an empath? Someone who can feel what someone else is going through. Have you ever walked into a room and then just pick up everyone's energy?
No.
And you're like, oh, what the hell just happened? So there is sympathy, which is where you just like acknowledge something's happened to someone. You're like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, if you are an empath, you actually go through what that person is going through.
You are so full of shit, okay? Do you know what the actual function of empathy is? I've said it's malignant narcissism. So here's what happens when you walk into a room and you can just detect everyone's energy. What you are doing is projecting your own ego onto all of those people. You may think you understand what they're going through, but in fact you are projecting your own emotions onto them and then experiencing your own emotions as them, you might think, because it makes you feel like you're a fucking empath. It makes you feel like you're special. It makes you feel like you have a power. But you can't read people's fucking minds and live their experiences and emotions. And how could you diminish the experiences of other people that way? You really think people can just read your fucking innermost thoughts and emotions? It's impossible. All you are doing is pretending. You're living in a fantasy world, playing make-believe, pretending you have special powers, and all of these other people, pardon the spittle, are just props in your little play which you're putting on for yourself.
Now, in a world where so many people are cut off from their emotions, being a highly sensitive person or an empath is not a flaw. It's a superpower.
You really think you have a superpower. See? This guy thinks that he's fucking special. He thinks he's got a superpower. How much more insane can you get? This shit is not real. Nobody has superpowers, okay? Especially not idiots who talk about how special they are all the time.
So I always tell people, in becoming your greatest version, if you are an empath, don't look at it as a weakness. Look at it as your greatest strength.
No, look at it as something that you need to be medicated to deal with.
So the clinical psychologist, Elaine Aron, is really credited for...
The tree is trying to fall over on him.
...giving us that trait, highly sensitive person in the realm of psychology, and that is fantastic. Because there are a lot of highly sensitive people out there. So how do you know you are one? Okay, what are some of the habits?
If you are looking up videos about empathy, and if you're an empath, then you already are a highly sensitive person, okay? I mean, maybe not in all cases. We all know I am just not sensitive at all. I am hard as a rock, literally and figuratively, okay? But I looked this up because I like to make fun of this kind of shit. I didn't look it up because I'm wondering if I'm an empath. But if that is the reason you arrived at his video, then you don't need him to tell you you're a fucking empath, okay? You are. You are one, all right? And you need to get help for it.
Now, let's start with the first one. We'll go through about 10 or more. The first one, highly sensitive people feel everything.
No, they don't.
That's an understatement. Like everything. Like everything. Like everything.
We got it!
They feel
everything.
Sometimes they're watching the news and they can't take it. Like they have to actually leave the room because they actually feel what those people are going through thousands of miles away.
They do not fucking feel it. They may imagine how it feels, but they do not feel it, okay? Again, you're diminishing actual tragedies. And you know what else? If you're watching the news and you can't take it, it doesn't mean you have a superpower. It means you're disgusted with human events. You're disgusted with what human beings are capable of. Maybe that's why people can't watch the news. And if you feel sympathy or empathy for other beings, it doesn't mean you have a superpower. It doesn't mean that you were born as an empath. It just means that you have some goddamn humanity, okay? Don't tell people that just because they have some humanity, that they have superpowers, you're going to drive people crazy. A lot of people who are this sensitive are right on the fence of insanity. They could go over the edge at any time. And then we have whack jobs like you coming along telling them they have superpowers and they should embrace this way of thinking. No, there are just sensitive people in society. They should be embraced. That's fine. Don't be overly sensitive. You do have to toughen up a little bit. Or you're going to turn out to be a fucking narcissistic idiot who makes shitloads of YouTube videos explaining to everyone in great detail the perks of being a narcissistic idiot.
Now, a lot of highly sensitive people tend to be water signs, Pisces, Scorpios, Cancers. But this can be anyone, okay? It is someone who feels deeply. You pick up other people's energies without them even opening their mouths, okay? And that happened to me along my journey. You see, a lot of highly sensitive people will go through panic attacks. I had a lot of panic attacks growing up because I would feel the energy.
This guy had tons of panic attacks, and it's not because his brain isn't working correctly or anything like that. It's not because he's filled with tension and anxiety, because he's so confused about the world, because his brain is so twisted around. Nope, it's because he has a superpower.
So, why is this a superpower, Ralph?
Your trauma, I'm sorry to say, does not create superpowers, okay? Whatever trauma caused you to be so fidgety and confused as a child did not leave you with superpowers.
I don't want to feel. That's what you're saying. That's what I was saying. I didn't want none of it. So what helped me along my journey was actually saying that it's better to feel than not to feel. A lot of people put a protective shield over themselves. They don't want to feel anything.
It's not good to feel everything, okay? It is not healthy to open yourself up to every possible kind of emotion, and you can tell where the line is by self-destructive behavior. For instance, again, if you go on the internet and make an ass out of yourself telling everyone about your superpowers, then maybe your sensitivity needs to be reined in a little bit. Maybe you need to put some checks and balances on that shit. Otherwise, you're gonna look like a total goon.
Therefore, they miss out on a lot. I have connected with millions of people.
Millions.
We've got over 650,000 subscribers. And that's only because I'm an empath. Can I get a hello?
No!
There. I know what people are going through because I've been there, I've gone through it. So I can actually connect with so many different
By the way, go buy his bullshit books!
Kinds of people because I feel people's problem. Now, if you do feel deeply...
The guy can feel everyone else's problems, but you know what he can't do is figure out his own.
And you don't want to feel so...
That's the thing about all these people with superpowers, okay? They can solve all the problems of the world, but their own personality disorders, nope. No going there.
So
don't
deeply,
even discuss
that's okay.
It, or you're evil.
Set up an energetic boundary, okay? But then still feel deep. Then still feel deeply, okay?
Yeah.
What's another habit? The second habit we can look at is that empaths
are gay.
If you are a highly sensitive person, what happens to you? You are someone who wanders through life.
Oh my God, he's talking to me.
And you're like, should I go over there?
Oh my God, he's actually...
Or should I go over there? You're looking for a quiet space. Like, highly sensitive people.
It's like he's talking right to me.
Welcome alone time.
That's right.
I'm a March 3rd Pisces. Alone. So growing up, my mom used to say, gosh, Ralph, you can entertain yourself by yourself. Because we are never alone. The universe always sends someone.
So true.
Slow motion that side.
So true.
Highly sensitive people welcome alone time because that is the period where they can actually recharge. Because
I was wrong about everything. He's telling the truth. Oh, what's wrong with me? Fuck off. Fuck you, Ralph. This is some bullshit. Okay, did you think you got me for a second, though? You probably didn't.
A lot of empaths are very intuitive, naturally, so they pick up other people's emotions. Therefore, they always want to help people.
No, they don't. They always want to appear to help people so everyone can look at them and say, oh my God, what a great person. It must be because they have a superpower called empathy. Empathy's not a superpower.
Always love to recharge, to be in nature. You might see them sitting on a bench alone. You're like, oh, I wonder what's wrong with them. No, they're thinking like, what's wrong with you? Right? The cat down the road is definitely a highly sensitive being. It's definitely an empath.
You're clearly boring me. I just checked my phone.
They love their alone time.
Cats are empaths? Cats have the same superpower as you? Ah! Oh, monster! Oh, Ralph. We're done. We're done, Ralph. I don't even know what to say anymore. Guys, like this video, I guess. We're going to move on to the next retard. Ralph, you started strong. You know, you got me on a roll there, and then it just... When you start talking about cats being empaths, you just lose the plot. You lost the plot, Ralph. Maybe next time you'll be less boring. And for now, we're going to move on. Bye.